Hello, welcome inside the Mind of Matt. And you know what? It's my birthday. Well, not my birthday, but the Inside the Mind of Matt YouTube channel is 1 year old today. So I figured in celebration of my 1 year birthday, or is it an anniversary? Let's go with birthday, I like the sound of that. I figured I'd print something up really cool. And seeing how it's Christmas time, we're decorating the tree, I said to her, well, can I print something for the tree? And she's like, what? And I'm like, how about a topper? And she's like, will it have lights? And I'm like, well, yeah. And she gave me permission, so I got something printed up that go on the top of the Christmas tree. If you'd like to see what I got cooked up, make sure you watch the rest of this video. Stay tuned. So let's take a look at it and see what I had to print, and then we'll take a look at what I printed up, and then there is some assembly required. So we'll take a look. Let's go over to the computer. Alright, so here you see we have a 26-point Christmas tree topper ornament. And I thought that was really cool when I saw it. I got a little strand of lights that I'm going to use, and I've got all these parts printed out, and there are a lot of parts. I have to print one of the centerpieces and 8 of the small pieces and 17 of the big pieces plus the mount. Now I decided that I was going to split these up amongst 3 printers with 3 different colors. And let's take a look at what we got. Now before I show you, I want to discuss something really quick about scaling models. Alright, so what I did is I loaded up the piece that I knew was going to stick out the top, as well as I loaded up the centerpiece, as well as I loaded up the part that actually sticks up on the tree, and did a little bit of calculation, and it was actually going to be like over 320 millimeters tall, which if you take a look, I don't know how well I could do this, but it was going to be a little bit too big. So I ended up sizing or scaling down all the models to 90%. And actually, while we're talking about that, this model was designed to be hollow, and when I scaled it down to 50% and then threw it through the slicer, it had reduced the size of the walls on the upper part so much that it just wasn't picking it up, and it just wasn't going to print it. So I sized it up to the biggest that I could possibly get it to actually print, which I believe was 69 or 70%. I figured, you know what, if we're going to do this, might as well go big, so I ended up going with the 90%. So let's take a look and see what we got. Alright, let's start out with the centerpiece. And this is once again 90%. I did print this with supports off of the build plate, and it got a little bit of stringing, but most of it's all going to be covered up. All the pieces are going to fit right inside of there. I got to do some gluing. But let's take a look at one of the pieces. Now I started off printing these one by one just to see how it would turn out. And I printed this on Yolanda, my Monoprice Maker Select version 2, which is pretty much stock other than the MOSFET, the Z-brace, and the horned fan shroud. And it did an alright job. I got a little bit of wonkiness up towards the top, so I figured, alright, let's try 2 at a time. So I printed 2 at a time, and it did great. Then I tried 11 at a time, which is what I needed left, and that's when I incurred my first problem, and I had a little bit of a failure. I don't know what happened. I set it to print, and I woke up in the morning and it was air printing, and I got this results from all the prints. Now this is translucent MG Chemicals, and like I said, I printed 2 at a time and it printed fine. So I figured I'd turn up the temperature a little bit, and I tried it again, and it failed again. So at that point I said, well, you know what, let's try this on a different printer. So I ended up throwing it on my A-Net, which had already finished up printing its prints, and this is the results that I got. But then I ended up getting a successful 17 prints of the large at 90%. Then I needed to print the mount, and this is in the AOI Robotics green that I previewed and reviewed in one of my videos. Now we need some small pieces. So I printed these on my other model Price Maker Select at Mo. Tumble. And these turned out pretty good. Had a little bit of stringing on the first two, and I did some tweaking and got a good print off of the second ones. And then we printed the red. That is in Matter Hackers Pro PLA, by the way. And I went back with the MG Chemicals on the A-Net and printed the red. And these came out fantastic. So I've got lots of parts. I got some lights. I've got some super glue. And I've got some work to do. So let's put this together. So as I'm looking at this, there's got to be a way. Now my lights won't go through that because I've got a big honking cord end at the end of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little corner out of this spike that's going to be right there so that the wire can come right out the edge of it. And I figured, got an old soldering iron. I give her a shot, see if that's gonna work. Oh yeah. Look at that. Perfect. Do the trick. So I actually broke 2 of the parts while assembling, so I had to reprint them. The last one just finished printing. So let's put the last piece on. I did find that the ANAT's tolerance was a little bit bigger than on the Monoprice, which is one of the problems that I did come across when I tried to print multiple parts on multiple printers to go on one model. So it's one of those things to consider if you are using multiple printers to do one project. You want to make sure that your tolerances are going to meet with each other.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you.
All right, there it is. All finished. I think it's dried up enough, so let's go up and test it out on the tree and see what it looks like all lit up. These are doing something funky to my camera. We got some more decorating to do, but if this inspires you to 3D print something for your Christmas tree, make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section and tell me what you did for yours. If you like this video, make sure that you hit that like button. Hey, and how about for Christmas, you subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Check out my links down in the description and make sure that you let those ads play. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. You'll see me before, but I just wanted to get the tree decorated in the 3D printing spirit. Have a great day, everybody. Happy printing and be safe pouring.